Oh my god, I'm pregnant. Why do I feel like I look like a politician who's congratulating a fresh batch of graduates? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching. Based off the title of today's video, you already know it is my much awaited, highly delayed pregnancy journey story video. I really don't know what to call it. I'm probably gonna make the title I'm pregnant because I have been meaning to sit down and film today's video just to catch you guys up on what's been going on, how it's been, and just the overall like progress of everything. I am sweating buckets. I am overheating from the inside. Welcome to pregnancy, my friends. I've actually got a list of topics based off of the different messages and questions I've been getting over on my Instagram. Also a couple of things that I want to touch on just because this is my first pregnancy, this is my first baby, and I feel like I'm at that point in my life where a bunch of you that may be watching me are of the same age, or maybe you're trying to have a baby or you're also pregnant, and I just thought it'd be really great to sit down and share with you guys my thoughts, my experiences. I mean, I'm still in the process of cooking this baby up, but I have learned a couple of things and realized a bunch of different things about myself and about my husband as well. Speaking of my husband, unfortunately Nico will not be in today's video, but I will be inserting a bunch of clips that I have him, my family, his family. Just there's so many things that I want to include in this video that I don't want it to be too long. Maybe in another sit down I can do a Q&A and ask you guys for more questions, and I can have Nico sit down with me and we can discuss it. It's really hard now because his schedule has changed. His games used to be Saturdays and Sundays, and now they're Mondays and Tuesdays. So the weekends he's busy practicing, and then Mondays and Tuesdays he plays. I have to have videos up on Wednesdays, so there's just been a lot of changes. Anyway, if I were you and you're gonna stick with me for today's video, I would grab a drink, possibly a snack or two, and get cozy because we're gonna talk about this wonderful journey of me creating a human inside of me while trying not to break down every 5 minutes. So keep on watching. You guys, I really don't know how I'm gonna get through this video without all of my makeup just running down my neck and onto this beautiful Paper Dolls dress. By the way, I will link it for you in the description box. It is absolutely lovely. Makes me feel very pretty, makes me feel very Kate Middleton, and especially with how big I am now, I need all the help I can get to feel beautiful. I digress. Let's get on to the points that I have listed so that I don't forget anything. I'm probably gonna forget a couple of things, so I apologize. There will be more videos. When I announced my pregnancy over on my Instagram, one of the most common questions I was asked via my DMs was it planned? And I know how that question can be intrusive because it is, but I also know that a lot of people were curious because I have been very vocal about wanting to be financially stable, wanting to be married for at least a year or two, to adjust to getting to know my husband in a different way, and just really working on strengthening our relationship and just getting to a place where we would be comfortable and secure enough to start a family. To answer that question, yes, it was planned. Nico and I both decided last December that we were going to start trying come 2023, just because we didn't know how long it was going to take us to get pregnant. I know that it differs for every couple. Some people have a really easy time conceiving, other people take a couple of months, a couple of years, and we just wanted to start so we could see how long it would possibly take for us to get pregnant. And God is good. As regular as my period was and as athletic and healthy as Nico is, we got pregnant right away. Basically, we got pregnant in January. We started trying and boop, got a baby. We really were going to start a family in 2023. We just didn't think it would be this quick, which by the way, I'm very grateful for. I thank the Lord every single day that we didn't have a problem conceiving, we didn't have a problem trying, and now we're blessed with a baby boy that we're gonna get to meet in a couple of months. Another question that I got asked a lot was, did I know or did I have a feeling I was pregnant? I think because we watch so many movies and TV shows and we read books and we hear stories about women who are like, I just knew, I woke up one day and it was different. I didn't have any of that. I, for the longest time, thought my period was just delayed. delayed, which is weird because I am the most regular person in terms of my period. I was expecting my period in Feb and my period didn't come. I didn't think anything of it because I also have experienced, again, this might be a little TMI, my period would also kind of change in terms of cycle. Like I was always regular. Let's say I got my period every first week of the month. Like clockwork, every first week of the month. Didn't matter what day it was, I would get my period. But I'd have points in my life where my period would shift. So what I thought was happening to me last February was I was expecting my period on the last week of January and it didn't come. And so 1, 2, 3 days came and I was like, okay, that's weird. But I had all of the symptoms leading up to getting my period. So my lady bits were tender, I was bloated, I was feeling hot, I was feeling lethargic, I was getting a little bit emotional, I was getting cramps. So I really thought, oh, maybe my cycle is shifting. And then when 5 days had passed, I was kind of like, well, maybe it's coming the second week. Long story short, the second week of Feb rolls around and I still don't have my period. And that's when I was kind of like, maybe I should take a test. I bought a test, but I still didn't take it. Nico and his former team, they had like a celebration, dinner, drinks kind of thing on February 13th. So we were gonna go out for dinner and drinks. I remember telling Nico, my period is delayed, but I feel like it's coming, but just in case, I'm not gonna drink. And he was like, yeah, okay, sure. We really didn't think that I was pregnant. Valentine's Day rolls around, Nico heads off to practice, and I decide it's the perfect opportunity to test myself. I whip out my pregnancy test. I bought 3, by the way, and I decided to test myself on Valentine's Day to see if I was pregnant. And as you guys know, it ended up being positive. Before I continue on with this video, I actually want to show you guys that moment because looking back, I'm so happy that I filmed it. You could really see the wheels in my head turning and it dawning on me. This is me discovering that I was pregnant. I think I'm gonna be sick. It's February 14 today, Valentine's Day. It is 12 something in the afternoon. Nico just left for physical therapy and I thought now would be the perfect opportunity to see if I'm pregnant. Now I feel so hot and I'm nervous because my period is never this late. Weirdly enough, I've had all the symptoms of like PMS but no period. Oh my god, now I'm so nervous and my skin is breaking out in rashes because I am genuinely so nervous. I am sweating. Nobody knows I am this delayed. This is the test. I got this in Watson's in Green Hills last Sunday after Nico's game. I don't even know why I'm filming this because what if I'm not pregnant and then this is like a joke? I've been researching basically the past few days about when it's best to test and there's so many different articles that vary. A lot of them are saying to test a week after you've missed your period, but there are other articles that say you can test as early as like the first day you miss your period or the second, especially if you're somebody with a very regular cycle. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna test now. If it's negative, I'll test again in 2 days. But if it's positive, then I'm pregnant. And it's so weird to be doing this on Valentine's Day. It comes with 2 tests. I'll just do 1 test for now because I think mentally that's all I can do. It does say that morning, like first morning pee is best because it's got the highest levels of HCG or whatever the pregnancy hormone is, but I peed this morning the moment I woke up and I forgot to test. And I didn't want to test with Nico here. I need to do this alone. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'm gonna test, and in the next 3 minutes my life may change. I'm so scared. So the test says to wait for 3 minutes. I have left it in the bathroom because I cannot check that. 12:29. I'm also doing laundry. Story of my life. Hey Siri, set a timer for 3 minutes. It's gonna be the longest 3 minutes of my life. 2 lines means pregnant. 1 line means not pregnant. I'm actually cold all over. I'm also really worried because I've got a hosting on Thursday and a part of me is like unsure if I want to know for the hosting, and I've got a fully stacked March. So I'm a little worried, but Rihanna performed fully pregnant at the Super Bowl, and if she can do it, then I can do it too. It's so crazy because if I am pregnant, I'll probably be showing this like after my first trimester. I'm sweating cold because I'm so nervous. Okay, it's been 3 minutes. I'm gonna get the test. I'm not gonna look. We're gonna look together. I have the test. Haven't looked. I'm going to vomit. My heart's beating so fast. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh my god. I'm pregnant. Oh my god. I knew. Okay. I I need to pull myself together. Thank God, because I didn't drink last night and I didn't have raw sushi. I wasn't sure I knew how I was gonna feel, but now I love it. Oh my God, I hope I don't get morning sickness in March. Oh my God, how am I gonna tell my mom and Trina? I actually want to tell Nico tonight. I'm going to find a way to wrap this. Do I have a chocolate box? If I have a chocolate box, I'm gonna put this in a chocolate box.
A few moments later.
I'm not naked. I'm wearing a dress. So Nico just got this physical therapy session and I told him that I was gonna go to Capitol Commons because there's a dress shop there that I need to check out for my event on Thursday. But I'm actually gonna go to Capitol Commons and see if there's like a cute little card I can get or whatever to surprise him for dinner. So I'm back from Mega Mall. I decided to nip out really quickly because I wanted to get Nico something to kind of aid in the surprise, I guess. Since it's Valentine's Day, I found this card and I just thought it was really cute, super funny, very Nico. I wrote in it, but I didn't mention anything. And then here I've got a little bag. This is actually the only one left in Fully Booked, so I had to get it. He loves coffee, he loves espresso, and I just figured this would be a cute way to let him know. Quality assured dad. Strong, smooth, and full-bodied. I actually don't know when I'm gonna give it. Maybe when he gets here, because honestly I can't wait. Like, I wanted to wait till dinner. I also bought us a little cake. I wanted to wait till dinner, but I honestly don't know if I can. I just need to tell him. I'm gonna pretend that I'm daily vlogging. So that's me. I hope it came across in the video, but I was very happy, okay? I was stunned and shocked and in utter disbelief, but I was very happy. A lot of messages were from you guys asking me what Nico's reaction was. I'm so glad that I pretended to vlog that day. This is Nico's reaction to me telling him that I was pregnant. Part of my I am the worst vlogger ever. Nico just got back. He never gets me flowers, but he got me a flower. For Valentine's, we never do gifts. Show what you got me. Ladies, this is how you know you've married the right one. I have your card. You want your card na? You want your card na? I love it.
Ikaw, paborito.
Show it!
Burrito.
I just thought it was funny. Fine. But I got you a gift though for the coffee machine. Kanina. For your mga cigar. Espresso.
Dad? Does this mean I'm a dad? Does this mean I'm a dad? Strong, smooth, full body!
You can use it for your espressos.
Full body.
It's funny.
Full body. I like it, dear.
It goes. See?
Kasi full body ako.
Because you have that bod.
What does this mean? What's 2 lines? Positive? Huh? What? What's this? Yes? Really? No! No! What's this? Swab test ba to? Yes? Really, dear?
I'm trying to film your
Really?
reaction. Are you sweating?
Since when?
Did you think I meant you had the dad bod? That's why.
When did you test? When did you test? When did you test?
This morning.
Grabe ka! Kala ko
No, positive ako. When I tell you guys that his reaction makes me so emotional, it really does. To this day, I can still see his face. I'm gonna cry. But he was so genuinely happy, and I was just amazed at how happy and positive and supportive and loving he was. Seeing Nico's reaction helped ease any anxiety and fear that I had about him being a good partner in terms of like my pregnancy. I really don't know if I'm making sense, but it basically gave me the confidence to know that he was going to be with me throughout this entire journey and that he was going to help me, which he has been. He's been doing that every single day and it's just been so wonderful. So it's nice to be able to watch that clip back and know that from the get-go he was excited and happy and supportive. That was his reaction. Another question I got a lot was, when am I due? Hilariously enough, baby Burrito is coming in October. We have me, Kara, Trina, and we have Burrito. We are going to have a baby just in time for Christmas, and October is also going to be the poorest month for my entire family because there are going to be 4 birthdays now. Of course, another question slash message that I got asked a lot was, did we tell our families right away and how did they react? I think I took another test on Feb 15 just to see, and I was still pregnant, so we were like, okay, so this is like legit. We kept it to ourselves for a little bit just because we wanted it to really sink in. I think later in that week, I asked Mom and Trina if they wanted to go out on a date, and before we left, I told them that I was gonna vlog it as like a traveling trio day, and I caught their reaction on camera, so here's that. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment
Comment the section down
Okay,
below.
and then you're all gonna have to say this in 3, 2, 1. Carla's pregnant!
You are? I knew it.
Seriously? Seriously? Girls!
Carla,
I knew
really?
it.
I knew it. Mom is the happiest. Really, Carl?
I'm 5 weeks.
Mom! Have you been drinking?
No. Mom and Trina were in utter disbelief. Trina, though, of course, made it about how she's always right. She kept like saying, I knew it, I knew it, I knew it the entire time. And my mom was just ecstatic. Like I could literally see in her face that she was thinking, finally, I'm finally gonna be a mamita, I'm finally gonna be a grandma, because that's something that she's been pestering me and my 2 sisters about for the longest time. It's that all of her friends have grandkids and she doesn't have a grandkid. We also ended up telling Nico's family. We went over to their house for dinner and I tried to prop my camera. I think it was a little bit more obvious because whenever I'm with them, I don't really vlog being with them just because I don't think that's something that they really want to be a part of. I always ask for their permission if I am going to be vlogging something, but more often than not, I just don't whip out my camera when I'm around them. I had to put my camera somewhere, so I placed it on top of their coffee maker, and it didn't really catch everyone's faces, but basically we were talking about like a condo or something, and Nico told them, so here's that.
Kailan natatapos yung condo sa Clark? 2 years pa. 24.
2024?
Bakit? 25. 5 din. 2 years old na.
Na? What? 2 years old na.
Yung alam mo na. Carla's I just love how everyone was excited. After we told Nico's fam and Mom and Trina, we actually didn't tell anyone. I wanted to tell Kara and my dad right away, but we decided that we were just gonna wait it out. We were gonna wait for the first trimester to be over, and then we were gonna tell them just to, you know, make sure things were okay, because I know they say not to believe in any of those things, but I just wanted to be careful and I wanted to be sure, and I knew that the first trimester was always like the delicate, really like sensitive time, so I didn't want to also get anyone's hopes up. So we just waited, and then we ended up telling them. We told the rest of our families, a few close friends, and we still kept it under wraps. We didn't want to announce anything publicly, also because I had a lot of gigs lined up and I didn't want to like lose those gigs because babies are expensive. It was just such a wonderful, quiet little bubble to be a part of, and I was so glad that we did end up telling a bunch of our friends and family afterwards, because it just made it seem a lot more real. Next one is first trimester review. I think because I announced my pregnancy quite late, a lot of people were kind of like, huh? You didn't even look pregnant, you didn't act pregnant, you had so many gigs, like what? Yeah, yes, people, I can do a more in-depth video on the first trimester because I actually made a log of my first trimester. So like weeks 1 to 4, week 5, week 6. And basically all I did was write down all of the things I had been feeling and all of the weird things that I was experiencing. But just a quick like summary of my first trimester. I thank the Lord that I didn't have morning sickness. That was my main fear going into this pregnancy, is I was so afraid that I was going to have terrible morning sickness and that I wasn't going to be able to function, especially because I had so many gigs and bookings lined up all the way till March, April. So I was terrified that I wasn't going to be able to do any of those gigs. The closest thing I had to morning sickness was I would have days where I felt a little nauseous or a little off, but I never felt like I was gonna vomit. I never felt super weak that I couldn't get out of bed. My most horrible symptom in the first trimester was I had this disgusting taste in my mouth. I know that there's like a scientific term for it. A lot of women say that it's a metallic taste. It was really sour for me. I had the worst sourness in my mouth. No matter what I did, what I ate, it just wouldn't go away. Before I ate, it was there. After I ate, it was there. It just made my life so terribly uncomfortable and gross, and it didn't make me want to eat. I'm just so thankful to the Lord because it is well and truly gone. When I hit the second trimester, it disappeared. I was so happy about that, and I think that's also why I've gained a lot of weight, because now I'm just eating so much better. I had really bad acid and bloating my first 4 weeks. I get tired really easily. My lady bits were really painful. I also had a really weird pain in my left underarm, and I had a strong aversion to scents. I could not spray any of my perfumes. They made me want to vomit. I couldn't smell anything that was chemical or natural. It just made me really, really sick. So I tried to avoid scents as much as possible, even shampoos, even lotions. Like I had such a hard time finding scents that actually didn't make me want to puke, but that's gone now. So basically my first trimester was fine. I was able to do all of my hostings. I was able to go about my life, and we were able to do all the things that we needed to do for the house. Overall, the first trimester was really great, and I'm very grateful for that because I don't know how I could have survived had I been sick. Some of you asked how it was like for us moving into the house while I was pregnant, and let me tell you, it was not easy. When Nico and I decided we were gonna start trying in 2023, I really thought in my head I was gonna get pregnant in like March, April. Like I really didn't think I was gonna get pregnant in the middle of January. The point I made to Nico was, I don't want to be pregnant when we move in. So please, can we try not to get pregnant until we move in? And he was like I can control that, but sure, let's try. Yeah, that didn't work out. And doing all the things that needed to be done in the house while I was going through my first trimester was tough. Just the emotional and physical tiredness I had from the moving in process made it super, super challenging. As you guys know, there were a lot of things that needed to be fixed around the house that we only discovered when we moved in, so that was tough. Nico and I would butt heads because we were both stressed out and we lacked sleep, and there were so many issues and we were just super overwhelmed. And yeah, it was definitely tough. I do not recommend it. That's my one tip. If you can move in before you decide to get pregnant, do it, because it's not fun and it's not easy. Next up, how am I now? This is really sweet. I get messages from a bunch of you asking me how I am every single day. I'm good. I'm fully embracing being a mama. I love that I can really feel him moving now. Sometimes it's a little uncomfortable, not gonna lie. Sometimes he like swims or rolls or tumbles. I don't know what he does in there. But sometimes it's like, whoa, okay, burrito. It's just so surreal for me every single time I feel him in my belly. I love how everyone is super excited. It's such a wonderful time. Nico and I are closer than ever. I feel like I look at life now so differently. I want to talk about things that I'm excited for and things that I'm afraid of. I feel like especially now that I can finally sit down and try to gather my thoughts, I think that this is really important. Let's do the positives first. I'm excited to actually hold Burrito in my arms. I'm excited to see what he looks like. I'm excited to smell him. I hear that babies have the best smells, like puppies. So I'm really excited just to see how much of me is in him and how much of Nico is in him. I don't want to get emotional. I'm just so excited to have my baby. I love him now, and I as selfish as it sounds, I love the fact that only I know what it's gonna be like to have him just all to myself for 9 months, 10 months actually. Pregnancy is 10 months. I didn't know that until I got pregnant. Nobody tells you that. So yeah, as much as I love having Burrito all to myself, I'm really excited to just birth him and have him physically like in my hands. And I'm excited to see Nico with him. I already know I'm gonna break down into a billion different pieces when I see Nico holding him, because I just know that there's gonna be so much love there. I'm so excited for my family to meet him and our friends to meet him, and like I'm just so excited to meet him. Actually, I can't wait. That's the thing that I'm most excited about. Now that we've spoken about the positives, let's talk about some of the negatives, aka my fears, because we all know that I am the biggest worrier and the biggest overthinker. I think my #1 fear at this point, what is labor gonna be like? You hear so many stories of women who absolutely loved it, and then you hear stories of women who were like, that was the worst experience of my life. I'm having 1 child and that's it. I do have that fear of, you know, how many hours am I gonna be in labor for? I want a normal birth, like I want a normal delivery with an epidural, of course, because I love myself enough to not do the whole natural, no drugs birth. As much as I would want a normal birth, what if I end up getting a C-section? Like, these are the things that I think about, and these are the things that I worry about. Like, if Nico and I are fully prepared, like we've literally only bought a stroller, a car seat, and like a pack and play. We don't have a crib, we don't have anything else. So that's kind of concerning. So yeah, those are basically my fears as of right now. I probably have more that I just can't remember, but top of my head, that's what I am kind of nervous for. I don't really want to say scared because, well, like I can do anything about it now, right? It's going to happen. In terms of struggles, I do want to say the biggest thing that I'm struggling with now is kind of my identity and my body. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love being pregnant. I love being pregnant. But when they say that it is a physical job, like it truly is. I'm tired every day. My feet are so painful. My lower back just hurts more and more as Burrito continues to grow. All of my clothes no longer fit me. So I kind of also don't know how to dress, which is kind of leading me to have like this identity crisis. Like, who am I? Like, I don't even feel like myself anymore. I feel so ugly and bloated, and I just don't feel my best. I try to catch myself, especially on the days where I feel extra bad about how much weight I've gained. I think because I used to have a problem with my weight when I was in high school, and I did suffer from an eating disorder. It still kind of gets to me. I just keep trying to remind myself that every single time I have a checkup and I do a weigh-in and my doctor says I'm doing good, then that's all I need to know. Because if I'm gaining weight, that means baby is growing. And if baby is growing, that means baby is healthy. And as long as I'm not gaining a ridiculous amount of weight to the point that my doctor is like, you have to slow down, then I shouldn't look at it as a negative. I shouldn't look at it as a problem. I should embrace it, because that means that I'm doing the right thing by my baby. I just wanted to be real in the sense that the weight gain and how my body is physically changing is definitely something that I'm struggling with. So yeah, I'm gonna end the video with one last question topic, because I did get a couple of messages about this, and I just wanted to talk about it because I don't know. Because I'm having Burrito in October, I did get a few messages if I was gonna do Vlogmas, and I don't know, guys. Zoella's pregnant, by the way. For those of you that are big YouTube fans and love YouTube, the queen of Christmas, Zoella, she's pregnant too, which makes me feel really cool that I'm pregnant with my YouTube Lottie. I was thinking about it, and I'm a big believer in never say never, but I honestly don't know. By the time December rolls in, Burrito will be less than 2 months, so I don't know if I'm going to be physically there, if I'm going to be a shell of myself, if I'm going to be a zombie. I don't know how busy December is going to be. I would like to think I'll maybe be vlogging. I just don't know if I'll be vlogging every single day leading up to Christmas. So Vlogmas wise, I don't know. We'll just have to see. So yeah. And that's it for my first ever formal, official, sit-down, pregnancy-related video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I want to say don't worry because more videos are coming, but truth be told, at this point, I am exhausted by like 10:30 in the morning, but I will persevere. I just want to be able to vlog normal stuff, but I didn't think I could do that until I sat down and made this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you as well for all of the sweet messages, well wishes, the prayers, pictures, the tips, the tricks that you've been sending over on my Instagram. It's meant the world to me. It really makes me feel less alone, makes me less afraid, and it gets me a lot more excited for the journey ahead. So thank you for all of your love and support. Thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye!